Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Hongo o tabeteru the video series where in which we try to learn Japanese from zero without any basis in the language. Yes. Okay, this is episode 9. I believe this will be the longest episode by this point. So please um be patient and let's see how it goes. Okay, as usual, to begin with, we are gonna review the hiragana characters for the lesson.
た、
Ta,
た、
ta,
た、
ta,
ち、
chi,
ち、
chi,
ち、
ta, chi,
つ、
tsu,
つ、
tsu.
つ、
Okay. Tachitsu.
て、
Te.
て、
Te.
て、
Tashizu. Te. Okay. Problems. Okay, the audio player it's broken as usual.
つ、
Tsu.
て、
Te.
と、
To. Tachisu te to.
と、と、
All right. Okay, now to continue with, we're gonna learn two words that I bet some of you have been impatiently waiting to learn because well, of course, it will help us to build more complex sentences. Now,
あなた、
anata,
あなた、
anata.
あなた、
I need to make these video lessons in the afternoon because I do it during the morning, and that's why I'm always so sleepy. Okay, now what's anata? Well, anata is basically you. It's a way to say you. Um, And that's all. Yes, I mean in Spanish we have two balls, t whatever, but in English it's least less complicated. It's just you, anata, you. Okay, I'm gonna start. Let me. So we have anata is basically you. I haven't been writing down the meanings of each word. I mean, I always say like, oh, you can go to the article, but that's not enough. Okay, so I will be writing down from now on, in the blackboard, the meaning of each Japanese word in English. Let's continue on. Watashi.
私、私、
Okay, I will lower the volume a little bit because
私、
maybe more
私、
because my ears my it hurts my ears. Okay, so Anata, you, Watashi. Oh, I forgot about Watashi. Sorry. Watashi. It's basically I or me or myself. Not actually yours myself, but yeah, we could say like so. But don't take this meaning like so seriously. So seriously. Let's continue on. And okay. Oh, really, I'm gonna make this videos in the afternoon. Now, what are these exactly? Okay, these are pronouns, and I'm sure you know about them, like I, you, she, he, and well, in Japanese, we have like a few pronouns. There are not too many, so it will be easy for us to remember them. Now, to continue with on, we're gonna learn about this one.
彼女、
彼女。
彼女、彼女、
彼女 is basically she, alright? And that's all. Let me write it down. Okay. I just realized that English videos will be longer because of this writing down. 彼女 she. That's all.
彼、
彼
彼、彼、
彼 is basically he. Okay. He. And that's all. Oh, okay. Now, one thing about kare and kanojo is that, yeah, kanojo is she and kare is he, but it they could be also translated as boyfriend in the case of kare and girlfriend in the case of kanojo. So pay attention to the context. The context will usually define which meaning you have to use. Okay, so let's continue. Now this one.
誰、
誰
誰、誰、
誰誰 that is basically who or who, right? So, anything. My English is not too good, so I'm trying to think if I'm making a mistake. But I will explain it, gradually. And that's it, dare, who, right? Let's go. Okay, now to understand how this data works, we are gonna set up a scenario. Okay, in this scenario there are three persons. Mamiko, Akari, and of course, ourselves, ourselves, selbus, ourselves. So Akari, we just met Akari like let's say 3 days ago, but we already know Maniko. Okay. So the thing about this, both Mamiko and Akari knows who we are, but they do not know each other. So being in this scenario, we could hear the next question from maybe Akari. No, Mamiko. Whatever he. I said the next question.
ウォルターさん、彼女は誰ですか？
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 Okay. ウォルターさん、彼女は誰ですか？ So, Walter, speaking out about her, Walter, who is she? ウォルターさん、Walter, 彼女は speaking about her, 誰ですか？ Who is she? Speaking of she, who is? 誰ですか？ Who is? Basically. Okay. So this is a simple question we can make using dare, and we will see that dare is also used for a lot of stuff. But in this case, it's just like the simple one. This a simple case, like just who is she? Let's continue on. Na na na. Okay. Now, as we usually I always say that in Japanese we don't usually use pronouns like she, kare wa, kanoyo wa, watashi wa, anata wa. So, but there are some instances where we will some Japanese person will need to be direct. I mean to refer to a certain person. So I think a more natural way to say this, who is she? A more natural way would be the next question. Let me copy this.
ウォルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？ウォルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？ウォルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？
ウルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？ Let me go back a second. ウルターさん、Walter, who is your friend? Walter, who is your friend? ウルターさん、友達。友達 is basically friend. 友達さん san is like on honorific. I do not remember how do you call this thing. 友達さんは、speaking of your friend, 誰ですか？ who is she? Now, there is no gender in Japanese word, so tomodachi will work for both, like a female friend and male friend. So do not worry, a Latin language in you Latin language speakers. Do not worry about gender. Nochi. Okay. Okay. Okay, now. Let me see how I did call translated. Okay, now. In this sentence we can translate it as as who is your friend. Your. We're talking about possession in this sentence, but I mean there's no your specifically there's no your in this sentence, but this is what we call like unliteral translation, unliteral, and basically there will be cases in Japanese language where in which we will have to remove English or Japanese words from a sentence to make it more natural. Okay, about natural, I mean about literal and unliteral translation, we could talk like hours about it. But in this case, we will be, like leave it at that and just mention that, be. Oh, I I I want to stop saying, um, it's ah, it's basically just be aware that there will be instances like that in the future. So that's it. Let's continue. Um, um, I mentioned this because this lesson, mm, this lesson will be about possession. Okay, the particle no and possession. So um, we will talk about that um in a while, in a bit. So now another usage of "誰ですか?" Let me copy the sentence.
ウォルターさん、あかりさんは誰ですか？ウォルターさん、あかりさんは誰ですか？ウォルターさん、あかりさんは誰ですか？
ブルターさん、あかりさんは誰ですか? Let me paste sentence. So, Walter, who is Akari? Akari-san wa dare desu ka? Who is Akari? Um, this is another usage of dare, and basically, let's say there are three person in I don't know, in this scenario, and then maybe they are talking like, oh, blah 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 blah. By the way, Akari, blah 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 blah. So the other, the maybe the person number three says like, wait a second. Who is Akari? Who is Akari? Because this person does not know Akari. So it's a valid question, to make. If you do not know a person, you can make that. Who is that? I mean, you can focus on a name. Akari-san wa dare desu ka? Who is Akari? That's another usage for dare. Um, and it is basically, referring to a name directly. Maybe this person is not present, whatever. So yes, let's continue on.
あなたは誰ですか？
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 Let's copy this one. あなたは誰ですか? Who are you? Who are you? あなたは speaking of you 誰ですか? Who you are. Right? A very simple basic usage of that. Usually there will not be any anata there in this sentence. This person would probably look at you and say just "誰ですか? Who are you?" Maybe they in a party, something like that. There are lots of people. Maybe some people approach you and they will ask, "Oh, who are you?" Maybe they know you from before, or what? Whatever it could be the case, but this is another usage. Okay, there's another one. Ah,
私は誰ですか？
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 Okay, let's paste. Who 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 I am? I am. Yes, who I am. Uh this one is kind of complicated to keep like a scenario, but let's say we are about to play some kind of what is it called? Uh, a theater act. Let's say we are in a movie. We're trying to play like a movie. And the teacher is assigning character roles, and you will she's like, oh, you will be this, you will be this, and maybe we didn't catch too well who we are, like which character are we playing. So we could ask, who I am, who I am. 私は誰ですか? Who I am, which role am I playing? Yes, something like that. Is of course it's a valid question to make. The scenario where in which you will use it, it's kind of specific, but of course it's 100% grammatically correct. Okay. Okay, let's continue. I say too much. Okay, and here is the key topic of this article, the particle no. I said the particle no.
の、
No,
の、
no.
の、
And well, it's no. Okay, it's not. You do not say no. No, it's no, no, no. And okay, defining defining this particle is kind of difficult as usual. But let's say it is a possession marker, or maybe like a possession particle, and it basically means that whenever this particle is to the right of any noun, uh, let's say everything after this no will be possessed by the noun. It's on the left. So let's take a look at the following examples. 私の
私の、
私の
私の、私の、
Okay, 私の I'm gonna translate this one. It's basically mine. Oh no, wait a sec. Mine. My English. Mine, of mine, and my. Okay. Mine, of mine. Of mine? Do you say of mine? Ah, no idea. Jesus, my English. It's basically mine. Watashi no my. Mine. And let's my.
あなたの、あなたの、
And anata no. It basically your or yours. Your slash yours. It may be of yours. I'm not sure. Okay. And that's it. Like I said, we have a pronoun, for example, watashi, and then no. If we put no to the right, it becomes mine because watashi is is possessing whatever is to the right of this grammar structure. So watashi no blah blah blah, my blah blah blah. Let's take a look at some examples. So let's take a look to let's remember the previous question. This one.
ウルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？
古田さん、友達さんは誰ですか？ Walter, who is your friend? Let's take a look about that. So, there are multiple ways we could answer this question, like from each other, from Mamiko, Akari, or our perspective. So let's say, so let's say Akari carries the conversation and she decides to answer herself. How she would do something like that. Now I'm gonna copy this one.
私の名前はあかりです。
私の名前はあかりです。
私の名前はあかりです。私の名前はあかりです。
Okay. 私の名前はあかりです。Alright. 私の What is 私? Okay. I. So 私の mine. I. 名前 its name. Name. What about my name? あかりです。How to translate that to English? It's Akari. My name is Akari. Okay. And this is basically how the particle no works. I mean, you have a noun, a pronoun, whatever, and you have the no particle, and it takes possession of whatever is to the right. So in this case, namae is just name. So watashi no namae, watashi takes possession of namae, and it becomes my name. My name is Akari. Let's continue on. This is now another example. What in this question, another way. Let's say, for example, Mamiko asks Akari directly. She could ask this question.
あなたの名前は何ですか？あなたの名前は何ですか？
あなたの名前は何ですか？
あなたの名前は何ですか？
Okay. あなたの名前は何ですか? So what is あなた? あなた is you. So あなたの is your. What's 何ですか? 何ですか is what is it? What? None what? What is it? So this question could be translated as what's your name? What's your name? あなたの名前は何ですか? Of course, in Japanese, we usually do not use pronouns like this, but it's grammatically correct. So please, advanced speakers, be quiet. Be quiet. あなたの名前は何ですか? What's your name? Let's continue on. Mhm. So as an addition, here is like a more natural translation for uh the above conversation.
ウォルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？
Uruta-san, Tomodachi-san wa dare desu ka? Who is your friend, Walter? So Akari, maybe she would answer this question by herself.
あかりです。あなたは？
Akari desu. Anata wa? I'm Akari. What about you? Anata wa is what about you? This is a very Japanese way to, I mean, natural Japanese way to to answer. And well, we will learn about this kind of, do you know again? We will learn about this kind of, about this way of talking. Okay, so be patient. Okay, now continue on. Of course, we can combine the particle no with um kare and kanojo. Let's take a look.
彼の、
彼の
彼の、彼の、
彼の let me write this down. So 彼の is basically his, or maybe of his. And 彼女の is basically her, or maybe of her. Her. I hate English. Her.
彼の、
彼の I'm sleepy.
彼女の、
彼女の
彼女の、彼女の、
Alright. Now, let's take a look at the question again.
ウォルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？ウォルターさん、友達さんは誰ですか？
Now, like we said, let me see what is this about. I think I skipped something. Okay. So let's say we decide to answer the question like 友達さんは誰ですか? By ourselves. And let's say we say this sentence.
彼女の名前はあかりです。彼女の名前はあかりです。彼女の名前はあかりです。
彼女の名前はあかりです。So 彼女の her of no 彼女 she 彼女の her 彼女の名前は her name. Speaking of her name, 彼女の名前はあかりです。It's Akari. Her name is Akari. That's it. Very simple. Now, of course, like I said, 彼女 could also be translated as girlfriend. So be careful. Just I don't know. maybe you will understand my mistake. Like my girlfriend, it's my girlfriend's name is Akari instead of her name is Akari. But like I said, usually the context will help you to understand which meaning you have to use. Okay, now the particle no also works with pronouns, nouns, and names. But like, for example, you could say something like this.
あかりの、あかりさんの、あかりの、あかりさんの、あかりの、あかりさんの。
Akari no, akari-san no, and this is basically akaris, like say, something possessed by akari. Like, let's take a look at this one.
まみこの、まみこさんの、まみこの、まみこさんの。
Mamiko no, mamiko-san no, and basically this is like of mamiko's blah 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 blah. Let's take a look at some examples. Da, 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 da. Okay, this sentence is good to. It's good. Okay, let's take a
こ
look
れ
at
は
this
あ
sentence.
かりさんの帽子ですか？
Oh, sorry.
これはあかりさんの帽子ですか？これはあかりさんの帽子ですか？
これはあかりさんの帽子ですか? Let's take a look at this sentence in detail. Okay. There we go. So, これは what's これ? Well, これ is part of the daughter group, remember? Goes to other groups. So, これ is part of the daughter group, and basically, これ is used whenever something is closer to the speaker, close enough to touch it, to point it out with their finger. So, これは speaking of this thing, あかりさんの帽子ですか? Okay, あかりさんの of あかり Akari's thing, 帽子 hat. Hat? I don't remember. So, is this a thing, the thing about touching? Is this Akari's hat? I believe it's hat. What up? Is this Akari's? This is the keyboard. Is this Akari's hat? Is this hat of Akari? Whatever translation you prefer. Basically, you can also say something like これはあなたの携帯電話ですか? 携帯電話 it's smartphone, cell phone, basically phone. So これはあなたの携帯電話ですか? And is this your phone? Okay. Basically, and when it's in the case of names like これはマミコの携帯電話ですか? Is this the phone of Mamiko? Is this Mamiko's phone? Okay. It's basically, a name, a person takes possession of something. Like it could be a cell phone. これはマミコさんのマイクですか? Is this microphone? Is this Mamiko's microphone? Something like that. And so
いいえ、まみこさんの帽子です。
いいえ。
いいえ、まみこさんの帽子です。
Gonna copy this one.
いいえ、まみこさんの帽子です。
Okay, and basically, no, no, no. It's mommy, Mamiko's hat. No, it's Mamiko's hat. Literally translated. Um, no. So another interesting fact about the particle no is that we can actually combine it with dare.
誰の、誰の、誰の、誰の。
Dare no. Dare no. I try to translate this. Dare no. Basically, dare no would be like who's who is this blah blah blah. Like who is this blah 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 of? Who? Let's take it. Okay, we're gonna do let's continue with a little bit of practice now. So this is like a challenge, okay? Let's say there is two-person, Mamiko and ourselves. There's a hat, okay? Uh, oh. So next to this hat is just next to us. So how will we ask Mamiko? Um, who is this? Who is who's this hat of? How do you say that in English? I have no idea. My English is the worst. Um, who is the person who possess this hat? I will translate it like that. So let's try to translate this sentence. Uh, so you see, I'm gonna use sorry, I'm gonna use Google Translator. .com. Okay, I'm gonna translate this to Spanish. No. English. Whose hat is this? Okay. Whose hat is this? Okay. Let's I feel so embarrassed. Okay. Who hat? Oh, I forgot. Sorry about this. Okay, I'm gonna copy it. Okay. Ah, what happened? Ah, I don't know what happened. Sorry. Uh, Who is Zachary? I'm wasting a lot of time just to make a joke. これはガリさんの帽子ですか? Okay. Oh, I gave the answer. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, this is the English sentence. Whose whose hat is this? So basically I'm becoming lazy. So whose is that, I know. This kore and hat. Boshi? How we combine how to combine this vocabulary? Let's take a look at it.
これは誰の帽子ですか？これは誰の帽子ですか？これは誰の帽子ですか？
これは誰の帽子ですか? Whose hat is this? Alright. Very simple. 誰の帽子? The hat of whose? Okay, I understand it does not make sense in English, but 誰のですか? 誰の帽子ですか? Okay, this is a very simple answer.
マミコのです。
マミコのです。
マミコのです。マミコのです。
It's Mamikos. This is like saying it's Mamikos. It's Mamikos. We usually say like, oh, it's Mamikos hat, but it's not necessary. Like you can say Mamiko no desu when like これは Mamiko no desu. これは Mamiko no desu. This is Mamiko's. This belongs to Mamiko. Okay, Mamiko possess something, so we basically say Mamiko no desu. And that's it. You don't need to say like again. 帽子はMamiko no boshi desu. I mean, it would be grammatically correct. But you don't need that. Okay, another interesting question.
ウォルターさん、帽子はあなたのですか？ウォルターさん、帽子はあなたのですか？
Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, I hope you can still see the content. Jesus, this video is gonna be way too long. Urata-san, 帽子はあなたのですか? Speaking of the hat, is it yours? Water. Is the hat yours? Like, is it your hat? Is the hat yours? Is this your hat? Depending of これはあなたのですか？これはあなたの帽子ですか？これはあなたの帽子ですか could be another example. Like, これはあなたの oh, wait a sec. I'm using a new keyboard, so I make mistakes. A lot of mistakes. A lot of typos. これはあなたの帽子ですか is is this your hat? これはあなたの帽子ですか Very simple, but grammatically correct. Let's continue.
いいえ、まみこさんのです。いいえ、まみこさんのです。いいえ、まみこさんのです。
いいえ、Mamiko-san no desu. No, it's Mamiko's. Like, no, it's Mamiko's. Let me copy this. No. It's Mamiko's. Okay, very simple answer, but totally natural. Let me a very natural translation. Um, Now something interesting about the the no particle is that we can actually concatenate. I have no idea how to say that. You can see multiple instances of a null particle in a single sentence. For example,
まみこさんのお父さんの車。
まみこさんのお父さんの車。
まみこさんのお父さんの車。まみこさんのお父さんの車。
Okay. Let's try to explain this sentence. Mamiko-san no. Okay. In the first instance, Mamiko is taking possession of something. Otosan. What's Otosan? Otosan is father. So Mamiko possess a father. No. So Mamiko's father. Right? So what's next? No kuruma. No kuruma. Kuruma, it's car. Car. So Mamiko's father, it's a car, possess a car. So this car belongs to Mamiko's father. So how would how we would translate this sentence? The car of Mamiko's father. The car of Mamiko's father. マミコさんのお父さんの車。Okay. Here's the vocabulary.
お父さん、
Okay, that's a bit loud.
お父さん、車、車、
車, it's car, basically. Okay, and there's a very interesting sentence.
あかりさんの妹の電話番号は何ですか？あかりさんの妹の電話番号は何ですか？あかりさんの妹の電話番号は何ですか？
Okay. Akari-san. No. So Akari-san is taking possession of something. What is it? Imoto. Younger sister or little sister. Akari-san no imoto no denwa bango. What's denwa bango? Well, cell phone number. Cell phone number. So, this sentence could be like, what's the phone? What? 何ですか? What's the phone number of Akari's little sister? What's the phone number of Akari's little sister? This really sounds like a very long sentence, and it is using just a few. There's not too much grammar involved in this sentence, but even so, it's a very long one, a very long one, and it's interesting because we are applying just a little amount of knowledge, like basically no particle in the wa and nan desu ka, but it feels really good to say it, like Akari-san no imoto no denwa bango wa nan desu ka? What's the cell phone? What's the phone number of Akari's little sister? Okay, and there's another word.
5139,9826です。5139,9826です。5139,9826です。
That's it. I challenge you to remember what is this without seeing the answer. It's been a long time since we studied Japanese numbers. But okay, that is it. I think this is all. Let me see. This is the vocabulary.
妹、妹、妹、
Imoto is little sister.
電話番号、電話番号、
Denwa banko is basically telephone number. Okay, and that's it. This lesson, I do not like how this lesson will result, because we had like technical issues. I was not too fluent in English. I was not prepared, and I'm sleepy. If I feel like recording the lesson again, I will do it, but I'm not so sure. But that is it. If you believe you need some help to understand this concept, I'm not sure if anyone is watching this video, actually watching it, because I am not publishing my lessons anywhere. So, but if you happen to run into this video and you are actually following the video lessons, leave a comment and ask any question you have. So that is it. We will meet again in the next episode.